Hey friends, thanks for joining me on another Tuesday night. Tonight I'm going to be working on, or reworking, a domino commission. So let's get to it. Okay, we are live. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. It is time to draw. We'll give some folks time to hop on. But if you are watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking this out. Appreciate you being here. Okay. I just realized this is the last Tuesday night stream of 2020. Good riddance. But I'm excited about 2021 and what we'll be doing then. So tonight what I'll be working on is a commission. I've already worked on it before tonight, and it's of a character named Domino from X-Force, I believe it is. And it's a commission for her to do a bust, and I had already worked on it some. And I took a break over the Christmas holiday. And hey there, Mighty Murph, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. So I'd worked on it, and then took a break for the Christmas holiday, and sat down to work on it, and said, "Yuck!" And so I looked at it with some fresh holiday eyes, and it's kind of wooden and too clustered up, and it just doesn't read very clearly. It's just not a nice silhouette, and so I want to work on that tonight, starting fresh. So we're gonna do that. We'll probably do some sketches and poses, and not worry too much about it. By all means, always, any questions, comments you have. I love fielding any questions on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and this is a good segue into YouTube. So I post these videos to YouTube. I'll get you started drawing. You don't want to hear me talk. So I'll just start with a line of action. I think I had something in mind. Anyway, so I post these to YouTube after the fact, and I edit them and kind of gussy up the sound. But I'd like to do more, and maybe add to the channel. And one thing I've wanted to do is maybe not how-to series, because there's forever of those, but more of how I do it. And as a generalist, a freelancing generalist, or a generalist, I have to use a lot of different techniques, and so I have a lot of experience using different software and different processes, and I know I use All right, Giovanni's Pizza, great pizza here in Natick. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Shout out to anyone here in Natick, and if you aren't already, or in the Boston area, check them out. Really good. So what was I saying? YouTube, yeah. So not a how-to series per se, but more of a how I, because like I said, I use YouTube and other platforms to get stuff done, but sometimes, you know, you scroll through and they could be abbreviated, or, you know, I use a certain technique to do one aspect of something but kind of jettison the rest. So maybe I could kind of hello Chris, kind of repurpose the tutorial for maybe whatever I was using it for, whatever. For instance, using, what did I do recently? I did a spine 2D project, but I had to kind of cobble together some spine 2D processes into what I needed, but then I could redo the tutorial in a spine 2D for this. You know, it's just kind of a library anyway of useful information. So just adding to it. That's my worry. I want to make sure I'm adding to it and not just being noise. So with that being said, if ever during this or with any posts that I make, if someone would like to see a, hey, how did you do that? I could add that to the list of potential videos I make. So, recap, we are working on a domino commission today. I had already done some work you may or may not have seen, but I looked at it and was none too pleased with my progress. The silhouette was not clear, and I wanted to revisit it. I talked to the client, and I believe she's here. Maybe she popped in. Mighty Murph 28. She's a cosplayer. Check her out. And I asked her if it was okay because she had already approved like the initial pose and the pencil sketch. So I didn't want to just arbitrarily rework it. So that's what's happening. How was everybody's holiday so far? Mine was awesome. I actually have a couple things for show and tell. Two things I'm really excited about. So first one I got, here's a little Christmas show and tell for all the Instagrammers. Can you see this? So that's, see that? This is my new, what's the brand of this one? Toaks, Toaks, titanium camp stuff, camp cup with the lid. It's titanium, weighs 2.8 ounces. Very excited for this. We have a cook set, but it's super light too, but it's kind of bulky, and it has more than we usually need. And then it also she also gave me these. They're called hot lips, so I can put it on the edge of the cup. It doesn't burn my mouth. I'm very excited about trying these next year. You may or may not know that I like to go outside, so I'm gonna test those out. I may do a little test cooking session just on the stove. I want to know how hot it gets, how it handles, like maybe a little pot of rice or something. Who knows? So, does anybody have plans for New Year's Eve? And if you say watching the ball drop, you're disqualified from the game. Recap, we are drawing Domino, Marvel Comics character from X-Force, I believe. And there have been some different iterations. This is the original kind of outfit. She'll have the big shoulder pads and ammo pouches and everything. Very cool. I'm very excited about that. I like doing the original release, but maybe adapted to 2020. But I wanted to rework this because I was not feeling the pose. And this is a commission, and I do commissions. You can check my website doubledowndone.com in the contact section, and I've got a guide for a pricing guide for commissions. It's a guideline. It's worked pretty well so far. There's been minor changes, but they're really case by case. Overall, it's pretty solid. Those artists in the audience, make sure you flip your canvas. Don't want any crazy proportion issues rearing their head after you've started the details. So I like this pose. Can we keep the energy after I start adding all the stuff? Mighty Murph, are you still there? What do you think of this? Might want to put her head down. Yeah, head down. I like this too because when I start getting into detail, you can see her, the mark on her eye. For those of you wondering, I'm using Photoshop, and this is 2021 CC Creative Cloud. This is the membership, subscription, whatever. So I also have to make sure I frame her face because she's got kind of this Scarlet Witch looking, I don't know, Scarlet Witch had it, Jean Grey had kind of this mask thing on. Okay, I'm gonna knock this back, start a new layer. Nope, button. And maybe refine this a little bit. Hi, George. Glad you can make it. I saw your baking exploits today. It's phenomenal. Yes, please. Yeah, and you can grab some Giovanni's pizza while you're here. Not bad. So with this round, I think I'll maybe start on some of the gear she's got. It's almost got kind of a Bruce Timm feel to her. And if you don't know who Bruce Timm is, he's a comic book artist. and Batman the Animated Series back in the 90s was designed by him. Fantastic style. Fantastic. It just works so well. There are some drawings of his. Pencil? Maybe some pencil. But pencil and ink that I love just practicing color sometimes. It's just such a great style. Probably see some. I think I have some on my art station. Oh. Sorry, Instagram folks, something happened. My producer let me know that it cut out. I looked over at my phone and it was just the home screen. So we'll give, for those of you on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, we'll give those Instagrammers a chance to join in. Weird. Okay. Back on. Weird. See, if I didn't have a producer, I would have never known. Those of you joining, I don't know what happened. I looked over and it wasn't streaming anymore. My lovely producer saved the day. She said, "Oh, SOS, SOS, you're not going anymore." Yeah. She is invaluable to this operation. Oh, Mighty Murph, you are back. Yeah, it cut out. What do you think so far? Can you see? I haven't added all the gear yet, but I'm working on that now. I like the pose, but I think I don't know if you popped out. So I've got my reference as well. So I've got all of her gear and everything. So I'll start adding that on this version. So if you're just joining or you got dropped by the Instagram, I am working on a domino commission. I had worked on it before, but I wasn't too enthusiastic about the direction it was going. Checked with the client, who I believe she's still here, and I said, hey, I'm not too happy about the direction of this, so I'd like to kind of roll back a little bit, and she was cool with it. So that's what we're doing. I worked on, so we did kind of getting the initial steps of it, the pose, and what I had before, just it was too wooden. It was it wasn't reading very clearly, and I'm liking this a whole lot more. I don't have any weapons reference because she has like cool chunky ray guns. In future iterations, well, in future as in not 90s, she actually gets like real guns. Okay, let me get some gear on here. So I want to keep it, I like the silhouette, so I want to hold on to that as much as I can. So let me add a layer. And then I'll change this to kind of a reddish color, just to distinguish it. Maybe more, there we go. Just to kind of distinguish it. And this would be like the gear level layer. And multiply this. There we go. Setting the layer to multiply just so it shows up a little better. All right, let's do some hair. So this is a problem I had last time, so let's I want to get the shapes of these, like the gear hanging off of her. Not so much the details yet. I'm not to that point, but I do want to get the shapes and see if they're still reading right. Not too much, because yeah, the form, I guess kind of the fluid form will get pretty easily lost if I start adding stuff on there. In the comics, like the reference I have open, she's very angular, and my style is kind of much more fluid and flowing. I love drawing with a long, strong line of action first. So if these just kind of hang off, but still work well, that's what I'm after. She's got kind of these gauntlets here. You know, you can draw these contour lines around, and it helps in shading as well. Helps you figure out where the light's kind of crawling over the figure. Do you approve? I'm liking this a lot better. Hello, Adon. How are you? How are you, sir? Merry Christmas. So just to recap, I am drawing Domino from X-Force. Actually redrawing. It's a commission that I had begun, and after the holiday break, I'm still on the holiday break, but I sat down to work on it and decided that it needed some love. So that's what we're doing tonight, giving Domino's some love, and I'm enjoying how this is turning out, and I believe the client is as well. So I'm gonna keep going. So she's got some gear right here. I think this hip needs to come in a bit more. I wonder if the hair would work. Let me try something. If I kind of follow the angle of her body, or kind of that line of action that her body is creating. I think compositionally I like that, but maybe it's, I don't know. We're just trying something out. So it goes up like this. I don't want to create any tangents, so I stay away from like the edges here. Not erase. Stay away from the points and the edges of things. You don't want tangents. We try to cut through the shapes. Not sure. Should we do a vote? Well, I mean, there's one vote that really matters here, but so if this one is hair option 1, hair option 2, 1 or 2? 1 or 2? What do y'all think? Here's another trick, because if I'm worried about silhouettes, I'm just gonna do this. This was my problem with the first one too. Like, it wasn't reading very clear. So I use color in. Her hair may be too big altogether. Okay, there's silhouette 1. Oh wait, I think that's silhouette 2. Yeah, it's silhouette 2. And now silhouette 1. Okay, silhouette 1, group these. Hmm. Two or one? Makes a difference though. Having the solid color in there. So if you're just joining or you kind of cut out, known to happen. So I've got 2 hair directions because she kind of has a flow to her, but so this was the first one, even though I named it number 2, where it kind of comes around like this, but then I did a new one where it kind of more follows this S curve and the hair kind of goes back in, and then I painted in just the silhouette. And we're doing a quick vote, 2 or 1. We've got some votes in, but I'm very curious about what you others think. That hand probably needs to be reworked too. It's too much of a little claw. Again, this is really early in the process. Yeah, I think one is the way to go. It's much clearer, and I can knock back the hair in the drawing with color, and so it'll bring out her shape a little better. But you kind of want to do simple on one side and complex on the other, and I think we're doing that. Simple, complex. Simple, complex. Yeah. Okay. Got a little more than 10 minutes left. And I'm just gonna, I think we've done plenty here tonight, and I don't want to get too far ahead. So I'm just gonna continue to just clean up a little more, add some details, and we'll finish up at 10. But if you missed any part of this, if you want to check it out again, I edit these and I post them up on YouTube. And the streams are also visible for a little while longer. Okay. May need some reference for this hand. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Oof. Yuck. Yikes. So if I had a phone, I'd take a picture of my hand, but I don't. So I'm just holding it up and looking at it. I'm tossing that in the group. I'm gonna resize the whole thing, but I can't because there we go. This needs to go in there too. Okay, resize the whole thing. Good. Mr. Cities, glad you can join us. How are you? Merry Christmas. Wrong one. It's a little difficult right now. So I've got microphones all around me. I'm doing some crazy keyboard commands. Okay, now we're back on. That's a claw. Anyway, I have to work on my hand. About 5 minutes left in the stream. I know it cut out for a bit, but what are you gonna do? Okay, some good progress tonight. I like it. So I gotta work on the hand, like maybe iron out a lot more of these details and the gear. But I like how that's all reading. So, like, she's got her complexion is real light. This is also from this is not from the movie or from Deadpool. This is from her first appearance. Oh. So all the skin you can see. Oh, but she has like. Oh, is that her skin? Oh, weird. Okay, cool. I like it. So I can mess with that. It's cool. So it's all pretty dark. What's darker, purple or blue? I think the blue here is darker. Or lighter, pardon me. Then I can kind of pull back the hair. Well, got a couple minutes left, and I'll be, yeah, I'm finishing up. No, I'm not going to go any further. But this was a lot of fun. This was fun to work on. Thanks for everybody that showed up. This is really cool. Last stream of 2020. I'll see you in the next year. Thanks for everybody for showing up. This is the first year I started doing this, so what a year, right? Thanks again for everybody that showed. Oh yeah, that's right. So thanks again for everybody that supports me and shows up. I really, really appreciate it. These are a lot of fun, and I'm really happy to do them. If you have questions about anything you're working on or potentially you'd like to work on, I'm always happy to help out, happy to chat. So yeah, thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. And I will see everybody in the new year. Good riddance 2020. Let's go 2021. So again, thank you again for showing up. Thanks for being here and for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you next Tuesday. Next year. All right. Thanks again. Bye.